East African Republic. On October the 21st, 1969, there took place a bloodless socialist revolution in Somalia, one of whose first aims was to forge a healthy economy based upon the united talents of her people. In traditional handicrafts, for example, crafts of wood carving, of stone cutting, ivory, metal, and leatherwork, there previously existed only the single craftsman, catering in a haphazard way for the needs of his tiny local clientele. The revolution changed that, setting up fully equipped cooperatives, in which the craftsman's skills could be enhanced through contact with his fellows, in which he could create more and better goods for an expanding market, including a hard currency market overseas. Since the socialist revolution, cotton, for centuries a staple product of the nearby Sudan and of Egypt, has been grown in Somalia on experimental farms set up by the government. In the Shabelle region, the Somaltex textile factory at Balad was built and equipped with the most modern equipment. The intention at the outset was to make the country self-sufficient in bleached and dyed cotton fabrics, an objective now achieved with an annual production of 10 million yards. In the government's plan, hard currency resources previously spent on costly textile imports can now be diverted to other vital development projects. Weaving and pattern making have always been traditional Somali crafts, and the new freedoms offered by a domestic textile industry are encouraging still further these already developed skills. Lying so close to the equator, Somalia grows a great variety of fruits and vegetables. To package these for sale and export, the government built the huge Etop factory at Afgoy. Its positioning is excellent, lying in the very center of the fruit-growing district of the Shabelle and close to Mogadishu's export harbor. Somalia's greatest export is meat, not only as livestock, but also canned and processed. For this reason, the government set up two large canning factories, one in Muqdisho and another in Kismayu to the south. Kismayu now exports some 300 million tins of stewed steak a year to the Soviet Union, while large quantities of corned beef are marketed in Egypt and other countries of the Middle East. 2,000 miles of coastline give Somalia a further natural resource to develop, and fish factories are a growing feature of her coastal towns. The main one at Las Korai in the north is designed to process an annual minimum of 5,000 tons of tuna fish for export. Success in this has led the Ministry of Fisheries and its related agencies to expand their operations and to purchase growing numbers of fishing vessels and storage facilities for the industry. Before the revolution, Somalia's domestic needs were met almost entirely by costly foreign imports. Since 1969, she has gone a long way towards rectifying the situation. The Bail factory in the capital, for instance, now produces soap products, detergents and shampoos, sufficient to meet the entire country's needs. Another light industry developed since the revolution is that of tile making and ceramics here in Mogadishu. Made entirely from stone quarried locally in Burhakaba, the ceramics are the work of local craftsmen, encouraged by the flourishing industry. The finished product now meets not only the nation's needs, but also forms a small but useful source of hard currency revenue through export sales to Somalia's Arab neighbors. Tobacco has been grown on an experimental basis in Somalia for the past 16 years. Following the revolution, the government undertook to build a cigarette factory in Mogadishu that now turns out over 1 million cigarettes a day. The same factory also produces matches of timber cut from the southern forests of Jilib in the lower Juba. This factory, recently built in Mogadishu, is designed to make pasta, spaghetti, macaroni, rigate, from Somali maize, with the aim of making the country self-sufficient in these very essential, very basic foodstuffs.